It's all about the jawline. What can I say? As promised, Mr. Wonderful makes his way back into the YouTube airwaves, makes his way back into FC Sneaker Factory. Oh, that beautiful sunlight has stopped shining through the FC Sneaker Factory because it is evening time now. I got the moonlight shining. The beautiful cheerleader is on her way. As you saw in that first episode, she was texting me. I had to quiet my phone because I was in the middle of a video. I didn't want to break my concentration. But after that video was completed, I made sure I called her and she says, hey, can I come over? And I said, of course. I feel in the mood for some company. Go ahead and come on over. So she had to get ready, but I'm just relaxed at home. I was actually watching the Celtics game. That has ended, of course. The Celtics pulled it off for another win. So I'm very happy about that. Now I'm watching, be a huge fan of UCLA when it comes to the softball. So I'm watching the ladies play some softball in between these videos. But as promised, I'm here again for your beautiful eyes, the fellas out there, and those beautiful ladies. Oh, the ladies that I call my cheerleaders. Oh, I appreciate each and every single one of you. Of course, the FC Sneaker Factory doors are open for you beautiful people to come on in. Come on in and witness fucking greatness in front of you. Let me go ahead and open the books because we are on Sneaker Profiles. Right here. 319. So, going back to the previous episode when it comes to Sneaker Profiles, I showed you 3 Nike Dunk SB Blue Box era sneakers, okay? That was all that I have in the FC Sneaker Factory. I don't have any more. I did back in the day. I actually had the Miss Pac-Mans. I kicked myself in the ass for getting rid of that one. I wish I never did. Damn, because now I want that one back and the price is so damn high on that. I'm trying to think of anything else that I've had in the blue box, but I can't remember at this current time. That's one of the ones where, one of the regrets, that I haven't got back and that I regret ever selling, to be honest with you. So, with that being said, now we are going in. I got 2 black SB boxes from back in the day, and they're both gems. But this one right here, this one's a fucking gem because unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately because it still is involved in the SB line. But it's not a Dunk SB. I'm sorry. Relax. I'm sorry. But this is a P-Rod. A Pod Rodriguez 2 SB from back in the day. A classic one. One that just, I'm sure you fucking people already forgot about. Right? Or didn't even know existed. But before we get into the shoe, let me do a quick fit check in case you're just wandering your ass in here and you have no idea what's going on or what I'm wearing. You should recognize this symbol, but let me go ahead and stand up for you. So I purchased this shirt, probably want to say like 2008, 2010, around in between that time frame. Heather gray, the navy blue, gorge, still in amazing condition, even after all these years, because just like my shoes, my clothes. I have so many damn clothes. It's hard for me to wear them all, so some of them only get like worn once or twice. Very few times, and this one is just in immaculate condition. Some AG blue denim to go with the fit. I do have my accessory, no watch today, but I am wearing the LV. As you can see, you see that monogram on the black, but also that beautiful bright blue bracelet on this one, blue and black. I love it, just perfect to go with the outfit. So keeping it casual. I had no intentions of going anywhere tonight or anywhere today. I just wanted to relax, watch some TV, and now I have one of the beautiful cheerleaders over, and I cannot complain about that. So, just a quick reminder, in case you fucking just don't know, in case you're just, like I said, just fucking found this channel just randomly, I appreciate you for stopping by, because then I know you are a true fucking sneakerhead, but you're also smart, because when it comes to this channel, the smart people tune into here. The true sneakerheads tune into here. The sneaker killers tune into here. The winners tune into here. And I appreciate each and every single one of you that does come in. But just to make sure you're aware of, there's that button right there. It's in white and in black it says subscribe. Well, in case you don't know, that fucking button doesn't hit itself. It depends on you people. Because in all reality, it is actually a button. But when you're looking at it and you're not doing anything with it, It's just a fucking icon, a decoration for the screen. So I depend on you to fucking hit that button and promote this fucking channel. I'd appreciate that, because you know what? When it comes to FC Sneaker Factory, I am the fucking lion. This is my jungle. And the sneakers are my prey. And when it comes to YouTube, I step on YouTube as my pedestal, because you know what? The sneaker genre is definitely my playground. Because I have a ton of shoes, way more shoes than a lot of those other fucking sneakerheads out, or so-called sneaker content creators out there, because they're not even sneakerheads. I don't even want to label them that. That's a disgrace if you do. So, with all that being said, look at me and then look at them. Come back and look at me and you'll see there's no fucking comparison, right? Skincare is immaculate. The outfits, the fits are always immaculate, are always on point. The hair, I'm always looking my best in front of you, because one, I have self-respect, but two, you deserve that because you're investing your time into me by watching my channel. So I gotta come correct. So of course, the teeth, the smile, I always say take care of your teeth. If you're not taking care of your teeth, there's something wrong with you. So I suggest you invest your time in that. If you have issues with your teeth or have issues with your skin, take care of that, please. Don't buy shoes. Fuck the shoes. Take care of yourself first, then come back and purchase shoes after that. Okay, with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this one right here. It's a black box. Let's take a look at the black box right here. Of course, there's a story behind it, but as you can see, the black box with the purple writing in this one, you do got that traditional SB box. There's nothing different about that except the tag. See if you take a look at that tag. Zoom back out and zoom back in. Okay, so this is, because it's not coming in clear, the Paul Rodriguez 2 Zoom Air, that beautiful size 10.5. I'm trying to get it clear because I would like for you to see the tag. And try one more time. White Zest Whisper. Yeah, it's not going to come in. I want to show you that price tag though. I'm going to have to read it to you. So the price tag on this is $85. And yes, White Zest Whisper. So got the purple and white wood grain on the interior part of the box. The black and white wood grain tissue paper on this one. So gorgeous. This is a shoe that I have wore. Okay, I have wore this. But before I go into this, let's go back. So I have owned this shoe before this one. I've actually purchased this one for retail way back in the day. This shoe was released back in 2007, and this was released back in April because this is an Easter colorway edition of the P-Rod 2. But I purchased it way back then when it first released. I remember I was calling around because I was looking for the Pee Wee Herman, and I've shared this. UCLA just hit a home run. I mean, amazing. So the Pee Wee Herman Dunk SB High, the black box, I did a profile on that one. Go check it out. Really appreciate that. So did a short. You could check that out as well. So the Pee Wee Herman released around the same time. So I called my local shop. This was when I was in college. So I remember I was at school, had some time in between classes, made my call to my shop that I normally would get my SBs from. And at this time I had a good relationship with one of the workers because one of my friends that I went to church with like during my high school years, he introduced me to his friend that worked at this skate shop. Great guy. One of the nicest guy I ever met. And we developed a good relationship, right? So I would go to the shop, chop it up with him whenever he was there, basically, get some gears, like some clothes and stuff like that. This was actually pre SB days from when I established this relationship with him. So then I graduated, and then I went to college. But I still would go into the shop and buy stuff because they had actually really nice clothing. I mean, it was brands that I really never heard of, but the clothing were really cool, like Stussy. You had those traditional skate brands there, but they also had just some off brands as well, which I really liked. So I would still go buy clothes there, and I would still see him. So then I called him up, and I was like, "Hey, like, is Shannon there?" Because that was his name, and they're like, "No, he's not here." I said, "Oh, I'm just wondering, did you guys get the Nike Dunk SB High PB Hermans?" And they're like, "Yeah, we got them in stock." I was like, "Perfect." I was like, "What about the P-Rod? The P-Rod 2s, the Easter colorway?" They're like, "Yeah, like we got that in stock too." I was like, "The PB Herman, do you have a size 10.5?" "Yeah, we got that." "What about the P-Rod? Do you have a 10.5?" They're like, "No, we don't have a 10.5 in the P-Rod. We have an 11." I said, and, you know, I'm big about like the 10.5. I have to have my 10.5. I said, "All right, can you save me those? I'm gonna head over there right now after, you know, in an hour." They're like, "Well," they asked me that, like, "Well, how long are you gonna be?" I said, "Just give me an hour. I'll be there." And I already knew like I was gonna be there before then because I was already getting ready to leave. So then my class was like I want to say, I even forgot. I think this was already after class because I was literally calling when I was walking to my car. So then I immediately got in my car and got on the freeway, went to Redlands, California. Went there, picked up, you know, I bought the PB Hermans. I looked at the P-Rods and I was like, "Man, it's an 11. I was like, "Screw it, I'll just buy it." So I bought those. Kept them, wore them a few times, and eventually I sold them because that's same around this time I was downsizing. Same thing with the Rain in Blood, right? I was downsizing at that time and I sold it. Then I missed it, so I was like, "Man, I really want that shoe back." So as the years came, I was like, I found it on eBay again, and I purchased it. Well, I found it on eBay and I purchased it because the first time I purchased it for retail. So this is what brings me to this one right here. This one was an actual 10.5. So when I let go of my original one that I purchased for retail, the 11, I wasn't too sad about it because it was an 11. I was just kind of like not, you know, I wasn't really happy with it because it was a 11 and it felt big. It felt like a little 11. So when I sold it, I wasn't too like heartbroken about it, but I did want a new one later on. I knew I was like, you know, eventually I want to get that shoe again, but I want to get in my actual size 10.5, and I found it and I purchased it. So that brings me to this. All that said to bring this to you. The Nike Dunk SB. This is actually Sneaker Profiles 319. The black and purple box. Nike SB Pod Rodriguez 2. The Easter colorway right here. Gorgeous shoe. Look at this shoe. Fucking immaculate condition right here. Immaculate condition. Look at this. Gorgeous shoe. Shoe was released, I know I said this before, but it was released back in April of 2007. All right, 2007 release. I mean, this is a very old shoe, but look at that. Gorgeous shoe. All right, let's talk about the materials. Look at this. Amazing gray suede, dark gray suede on the mudguard. Right here on the toe box is a nice, light, very light brown colors, or I would say a light beige, or even a light beige, or a light, very light gray suede right here. This is all light gray suede going on down below as well. This light gray suede right here, light gray suede going right here. And then right here though is white though. So this portion right here, this window up top right here, this is all white leather. The white gray, the light gray suede ends right here. I mean, you could call it like a bone color or light gray suede, but it is a very light color. Like, I don't even want to touch it because I don't want to get it dirty. But this is right here, white leather right here. You see that monogram, that LV type monogram, right? And the P-Rod monogram right here in the window. This beautiful yellow smooth leather swoosh. Gorgeous. Let's talk about the mudguard. I'm sorry, the midsole. But right here, this midsole is that beautiful, like a very light, man, it's just a light aqua color. Love that color. That color just definitely pops. Right here though is that light, I'll just call it bone. Let's call this bone color, because this bone color matches this suede right here as well. So gorgeous. And then right here you got that nice gray colored midsole on the very top above that, I would call it too, I can even call that aqua or that Tiffany blue color right there on the midsole as well. Love that though. Love that color. Definitely Easter vibes because of the colors, how vibrant they are, those spring colors. So I love that. Let's take a look at the rear part. Rear part, you do have this nice orange smooth suede right here. Nike swoosh and SB sewn in white. Right here though, I even forgot to mention right here. This, that aqua, that Tiffany blue, you do have that P-Rod monogram, but it is in that nice leather as well. And then that continues right here. You see that monogram of P-Rod in there? That LV P-Rod monogram right there in that nice Tiffany blue. Right here, this nice suede, the bone color suede. You have that dark gray colored midsole, the Tiffany blue midsole down below, but you do have the SB embossed into the midsole, and then you have that light bone colored outsole. Let's take a look at the medial side. Medial side, same thing as the lateral side. Nothing really has changed. You do have a continuation of that nice suede, that bone color suede, but it stops right here. But it also goes throughout the medial portion, down below, and then that continuation up until right here, and then also going towards the toe box. Right here, this white smooth leather going through the shoelaces, the upper shoelaces, and then you have that white smooth window, but you do have that P-Rod monogram in that window. I just love that. Definitely gives me that LV vibes. Right here, that yellow smooth leather swoosh right here. Beautiful gray suede on the mudguard right here. Look at that same colored gray that's right here on this suede is that same color right here on the upper part of the midsole. Down below is that Tiffany blue midsole as well, going into the toe box, or going towards the toe box of the shoe. And then you have that nice light bone colored outsole. Let's take a look at the front part. Look at those blue shoelaces. Definitely pop. I love it. Look at that. Beautiful. That bone colored outsole. I love that gray hit. You do have the symbol of P-Rod. You see that portion of the outsole right here. It is translucent, but you do have that yellow swoosh going on. I love that. I forgot how the outsole looked. I haven't seen this shoe in a long time. It's been quite some time since I brought this one out and even looked at it. Like I said before, if you're new to the channel, I don't just bust my shoes out just to look at them. The only time I really bring them out is if I'm going to wear them or if I'm going to do a profile or any type of content on them. Besides that, I never just look at my shoes. I don't just, oh, let me go see how it looks. Oh yeah, I remember this. No. They always just stay in the box until one of those 2 or 3 things that's going to happen with them. Besides that, they just stay in there, they relax, they preserve, and they just take it easy. They enjoy their life, just like I do. Alright, so my favorite part, the aerial view of the shoe. Let's take a look at the aerial view. Gorgeous aerial view. Definitely gives you those skate shoe vibes because of how chunky the shoe is. I love the P-Rod 2. The P-Rod 2 has to be my favorite P-Rod. I really love the P-Rod 1. Great shoe, especially that all black suede one. But the P-Rod 2, I think they did an amazing job on this one. Alright, so here we go. Toe box, you do got some perforations on the toe box, but it is in that light bone colored suede toe box. Right here is a nylon color in that beautiful Tiffany blue, but you have the P-Rod, the P and the R right there. His initials in orange. As you can see, you got this nice suede material right here. And it is in white, so this is all white suede material going up towards the upper part of the tongue. In between though, you do have that Tiffany blue nylon tongue right there. I love that. Up top, you have that Tiffany nylon on the very top of the tongue. Inside, you got this circular orange circle. Inside, you got Nike swoosh and SB. You do got P-Rod signature in orange. And these beautiful rope, or I should say, they're not rope, but they're just that nice, thick shoelace material, but in that bright red color. And I love the P-Rods too because they did that. Those metal tips to the shoelaces, I love that. And you do that, you do see a swoosh on there on the shoelace. I love that. One of my favorite things about the P-Rod 2 again is the interior part of the shoe. Definitely gives you those Reese Forbes vibes, but you do have that padded ankle collar, and this is that deep red color. Inside you see the insole, you do got that monogram, that LV monogram, but it is the PR Paul Rodriguez monogram on the inside in that deep red. You see that white box, like a rectangular box, but you have the Nike, the swoosh, and the SB in red at the very top. Gorgeous shoe. Do you remember this shoe? I mean, were you a fan of any of the P-Rods? If you did have a P-Rod, which one did you have? Did you have this one? I had actually, trying to think. I had this pair. I had the white, the first pair that ever came out, the white and grayish color. Definitely kind of remind me of the Air Jordan 4. It was heavily, I want to say it was heavily inspired by that, the colorway. And then I also had the elephant print one, the black and gray and red elephant print one. So I had 3 pairs when it came to the P-Rod 2. Huge fan of them. But this one right here, love this shoe. I'm glad this one stuck around. I know those other 2 I ended up selling. I want to say the black and elephant print one. That one I bought in a 10 and it just didn't fit very well with me. The white one, I did see that one recently on eBay, but they kind of wanted a lot of money. But that one I wore that one a lot. That was one of my go-to shoes in college during that time, and I wore that shoe quite often, and I ended up eventually selling that one. Wish I would have kept it because I'm sure I didn't get much money for it, so I wouldn't have mind keeping that, but it was just a great shoe. Actually, I'm going to check eBay to see if they still have that one. I want to see if that price went down, but that was just a classic shoe. But what do you think about that one? The Easter Edition P-Rod 2. UCLA just won the Pac-12 championship when it comes to softball. Oh, the beautiful ladies, I congratulate you. Just like I congratulate myself for another amazing sneaker profile right here. That concludes this one, Sneaker Profiles 319. The book is shut, so therefore that means that doors are about to shut in front of your beautiful faces. But let's give that shoe an applause. Gorgeous shoe, a shoe that you probably forgot about, a shoe that you probably didn't even know existed, or a shoe that you just forgot about, probably. Who knows? I don't know, or just never even ever had. Well, guess what? Mr. Wonderful brought that to you in 4K fashion because I'm sure there's some type of videos out there with shitty ass quality because that shoe it's been years. It's been what? Very long time. What, 14 years probably since the shoe has been released. So very long time since the shoe has come out. Very long time. I'm sure if anybody did do a video on this, the quality was really poor because 2007 YouTube quality probably wasn't that great, but guess what? That's why I'm here, to bring you back to classics like I always do. I gotta hurry up and get this next one done, so you know what? You don't have to go home, but you have to get the hell of the FC Sneaker Factory. But guess what? In a couple of days, relax. I'll be back for the finale when it comes to this segment. Another black and purple box SB, and I know you're just starving for that one. But just tune in a couple of days and you'll see that. But before that, don't forget to tune in to the short on this one tomorrow. It's going to be a banger. I always bring you amazing shoes, but I match it perfectly with some great songs. So tune into that. I'd really appreciate that. Just like I know, I had one of the cheerleaders giving me a massage a couple weeks ago. You know, she was rubbing me out, working out the kinks in the neck and the shoulders. And you know what? She whispers in my ear like always. Says, Mr. Wonderful, Floyd, I love your body. You always keep your temple amazing, your temple clean. And you know what? You are too. She gave me a kiss right here. Damn.